Kenya must strengthen its domestic revenue collection systems to reduce over-reliance on external borrowing. This is according to the African Development Bank's latest Country Focus Report 2025, which highlights the need to broaden the tax base by formally including the informal sector in the tax net, as well as prioritizing a review of tax incentives that weaken revenue collection. Nduta Mukami has more details.
Latest data from the African Development Bank indicates that Kenya's current fiscal trajectory remains vulnerable, with public debt now exceeding 70% of GDP. Servicing this debt now consumes close to a third of all tax revenue, creating pressure on development spending and weakening resilience to economic shocks. Further, the country's tax base remains narrow, relying heavily on salaried workers and big businesses. By bringing informal businesses into the tax fold, the report notes that this will increase fairness, reduce tax evasion, and boost resilience.
We need to step up resource mobilization, including, cutting on waste, making sure we have efficiencies. And efficiencies can be brought about by things like investment in digital, financial management, and strengthening the fights against corruption, for example, monitoring better how you implement your projects and making sure that resources are not wasted. So those are some of the small things, but they have big outcomes if you think about them and in stepping up mobilization of resources.
The report also recommends the fast-tracking of digitisation efforts by the Kenya Revenue Authority to improve tax compliance and seal leakages, strengthening transparency in public spending to boost citizen trust and voluntary tax participation.
The government will continue to rationalize and reduce non-essential expenditure, implement end-to-end e-procurement system, whose rollout just began yesterday. This financial year began on 1st of July, and the rollout of the e-procurement has already taken effect, requiring that all procurement going forward now are going to be implemented through the e-procurement system.
Nduta Mukami for Prime Edition.